now, introducing your starting lineup for issues and trends in fitness organizations. Number 12, the starter, Derek Radak. At number 12, another starter, Jared Brown. At number 12, also a starter from Illinois State University, Jason Kewen. And now, your starter, number 12, Nick Powers.
Fit to be hip. The next fitness trends are right around the corner. Dance classes, shorter, more efficient workouts, and electronic fitness machines are revolutionizing the fitness industry.
Alright, according to my Hip to be Fit article, Gary right here is doing a 45-minute bike workout, which he really doesn't have time for. He's burning the calories and stuff like that, but he doesn't have time. So we're going to switch to something else that he would have time for. And over here we have Derek. He's doing rows. He can do a 10-minute session of rows at the same intensity as Jared was doing his bike and get the same amount of calories burned and the same workout. You ready? Let's go. Up, up, down, down. Up, down, down. Up, down, down. Switch it up.
Adapting workouts so they better fit the time and money constraints of the busy worker is becoming more prevalent. From the video, you saw an example that different workouts can save time and burn the same amount of calories. Dancing, Zumba, and music-based workouts are more popular than ever. This is a fun, or hip, way to burn calories and stay in shape.
My article is about the top 5 trends of personal trainers. And 2 of the personal training trends we're going to talk about. The first one is web training, which we're going to have an example of in a little bit. And the second one we're going to talk about is small group personal training, another example we're going to have. The other 3 my article covered were corporate wellness, which a lot of the personal trainers are being hired by corporate sponsors to help train their employees and become better health overall. And then we have shorter training sessions for those clients that can't attend like an hour-and-a-half session or an hour session. It'll maybe be a half-hour session twice a week instead. And then the last thing that personal trainers are going towards is virtual payment, which would allow people to hire personal trainers and pay by credit card.
Alright, now to start off, I'm going to have you do 10 jumping jacks. Now we got to get warmed up going. Let's break into our sit-ups and work some abs. Let's finish up by doing 10 push-ups.
And done.
Alright, good work today.
So this is an example of small group personal training. Alright guys, we're going to start off with doing some pull-ups. Why don't you do 10 pull-ups for me? And see, the advantage to this is it's you're doing it with another person at the same time, so it would cost less as well. Alright, why don't we switch it up? Let Derek get in there and do 10. I think that's more than 10.
Nice job, man. Nice job. Nice job.
Good job,
Good job,
guys.
Good job.
My article talked about trends in recreation sports facilities. There's 6 trends specifically that the article targeted. Renovation of older facilities, adding a juice bar, cafe, or food services to the facility, adding a rock climbing wall, having rooftop facilities, in other words like tennis courts or a hockey rink on top of the facility, integrating academics and sports, and integrating health and wellness. There are 2 trends specifically that I want to target that were just built into our new facility. The first being adding a juice bar, cafe, or food service to the facility. There are two ways going about this. You can either outsource this or make it a student-run establishment. This can range from having Starbucks in your facility to having a small burger food stand in your facility. When our facility did a survey, they decided that every student wanted or a lot of the students wanted a Jamba Juice, so they built a Jamba Juice. The second trend I wanted to talk about was adding of a rock climbing wall. Normally the trends across the United States are trends that other facilities are doing, which are climbing clubs, competitive leagues, free climbing, and elective classes that integrate sports for rock climbing.
The article I selected was from Recreation Management. The article is called Parks and Community Recreation Centers, Building Active and Involved Communities. My article was written after a survey of many park districts was conducted. The article found common trends that are occurring in the park district recreation setting. One of these trends that they are noticing is the facilities and programs are getting increasing numbers for members and people participating in programs due to society's increased interest in health and fitness. The article highlighted that the better planning of new facilities for park districts could be a reason for the increased number of members for their facilities. The successful facilities said they were using the recreation staff in the process of planning and not leaving the architects to plan the building. The staff members know more about what the facility needs rather than what the architect would think they want. Conducting surveys in the community of what is wanted in a new facility has also been very successful. A quote from the article I felt described this well. If you were asked, do you want a house, but didn't know what the house looked like, would you really want it? Conducting these surveys and putting what the community wants in these facilities will help bring more people out and increase membership numbers. Another point the article made was about the demographics park districts are trying to reach. They are wanting to accommodate the baby boomers excessively because they will be approaching retirement soon and are very active. They also are striving to reach out to families as a whole. A trend that is picking up not just in the recreation field is going green. With energy costs skyrocketing and global warming concerns increasing, more facilities are leaning towards LEED certification. 45% of surveyed facilities said they would increase costs of their buildings 5 to 10% to go green. Back to programs park districts are working to plan for their facilities. Here's the list of the top 10 programs the park district said they are planning to add. As you can see here, fitness centers are becoming more than just weights and cardio. As you saw, environmental education and outdoor nature programming was listed as the #1 program departments are planning to add. Global warming concerns are the reasons for such classes being started. Another trend facilities are assessing is the growing issue of the youth generation's excessive involvement with technology and indoor activities. An issue with teens, as reported by Active Living Network, said more than 1/3 of teens do not exercise at least 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week. Hopefully, by addressing this issue and making more programs for teens and youth, could help obesity problems in the U.S. be stopped. An example of these teen programs would be classes such as hip-hop dance. I have already touched on this a little bit before, but active adult classes are also becoming a priority due to the baby boomers. The end of my article went over what the main issues park districts are finding in their facilities, and its funding. But a solution to this is making partnerships with organizations such as school, the government, and nonprofit organizations. 96 of the departments said in the article that they were forming such partnerships. The survey also said with the increased numbers of members, they are not increasing their employees though, so they are depending on volunteers for help at their facilities.
Just a small town